I forgot. What am I watching again? The trailer for what?
Batman versus...
Oh, yes.
Okay, we can kind of talk about this while you're loading. Disney now owns Fox. It's official.
It's a long time coming.
It's official. And their new website banner, this is interesting, shows Avatar, Simpsons, Atlanta, and Deadpool.
Well, so after the initial, like, oh my god, Disney's gonna own everything.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, you watch it.
We have to stop them, Batman.
I'll just stare at the camera.
Whatever they are, they're going to regret stepping foot in Gotham.
Is that synth music?
Oh, they make him really tall, though.
Rumors about a supernatural bat creature in Gotham.
Ninja Turtles.
We came to Gotham to stop Shredder and the Foot Clan.
Oh, this looks so good.
The man who'll help us to
Of course, Raz. Raz and the Shredder.
Yeah.
So funny.
That's Troy Baker doing the voice for Batman and Joker.
Oh, he's so good.
Guy's freaking talented. Like, oh.
His Batman is just close enough for you to think it might be Conroy.
Exactly.
But just different enough for you to be like, okay, it's his own thing. Because I remember he did that for Origins.
Yeah.
Where he was Batman and Joker. I actually like that they're using the Neil Adams Batman with the blue and gray.
Mm-hmm.
And the actual, like, oval emblem. And the turtles look great. This looks...
That looks amazing.
I knew this was going to be, like,
I can't wait to see Batman and Shredder fight.
They have to fight.
That fight.
They have to fight.
That will definitely excite me.
But to be honest, I feel like Shredder kicks Batman's ass.
Ooh. I mean, he should.
Depending on which version it is.
You got
like
4 turtles taking him on.
If it's just Oroko Saki.
Yeah.
But even then, yeah, you're right. Like, he's consistently taking down 4 expertly trained Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
But even, like, if we follow the books continuity or some of the TV shows continuities where Oroko Saki or Shredder is actually one of the aliens... But, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways they can...
That's going to be so much fun.
That looks great.
DC is just killing it with the cartoons.
But anyways, I was saying about the Fox, Disney owning everything. They still, and we mentioned this a couple times, they still own the other companies that these movies were released under. So you could release, like Die Hard, for instance, you could release Die Hard under the whatever the hell.
You could release, they're keeping Fox going, except Fox is only going to release 5 films a year now.
Okay.
So one of those would have to fall under that. The thing is, Disney's going to have to want to give that franchise money when they could give it to something like Marvel that's going to make the money.
Right, no,
sure.
I understand that, but I mean, like, they'll look. What I hope that happens is, because you have to say, like, as much as I hate the fact that Disney owns so much of the entertainment business, it is fucking crazy that they were able to do this.
Oh,
this almost
it's crazy,
unparalleled monopoly.
How like. And it was between them or Comcast, and Comcast also owns half the rest of the industry.
Exactly, but so like the way I look at it is, like, if you really think about it, they've been incredibly smart with Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like incredibly smart with Marvel. Like even the movies that aren't as good as their top tier still are making millions.
Yeah,
and they're profiting. They're not like barely making their millions. They're profiting. All of these movies are a profit. Every single one of these movies are a profit. Their worst movie, well, because the merger, or they owned Marvel movies as of Avengers.
Avengers was their first, yeah.
Their worst movie was, if you think about it, I think it's the Dark World.
It probably would be the Dark World.
Dark World, or
falls after Dark World.
Ant-Man 2?
I guess Ant-Man 2.
Even those two made money.
Yeah.
Like, profit. Not like,
they all make
we
profit.
barely made our budget back. They made their budget back, and then some, and then they kept making more money. So, like, that's an insanely, like, genius move there. Mm-hmm. Their Star Wars lineup, while their offshoots haven't gotten as much recognition as they should, because, I mean, even I looked at Solo as a movie that I didn't see a point in making, but I didn't look at it like, well, I'm not going to watch it because it looks like garbage. It actually looked like it was a lot of fun.
It looks a lot of fun.
You know?
I still haven't seen it, but I'm not a ginormous Star Wars fan.
I'm not a ginormous Star Wars fan either, though. So, like, I haven't even gotten through Rogue One all the way through.
Rogue One's a masterpiece.
And that's supposed to be amazing, and
I mean, outside of Empire, that's probably the best Star Wars movie ever made.
Yeah, whereas... But see, even if we look at their most latest trilogy...
Yeah.
Okay. So, The Force Awakens, an incredible nostalgia trip, made billions.
I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Loved the movie. I thought it was a great movie, but it's right up there with Jurassic World, where you're like, I'm watching a newer version of an old movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Rogue One.
Then Rogue One. No, but the
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. So The Last Jedi, one of the most divisive Star Wars movies ever. Okay? And we're talking like more divisive than the prequels. Because the prequels obviously have the fans that were growing up as kids at that age, right? So then the older fans, like myself and you, might not necessarily like the prequels as much, but there's a whole generation of kids that love the prequels. Okay, that's fine. Mm-hmm. This one is almost split down to the middle. It's literally like you love it or you hate it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is fucking unreal to hate that movie, God. But guess what? It made billions.
Yeah, it still made half of what Force Awakens made. But Disney saw it as they made billions off it, but they still saw it as a disappointment.
Well, it made what, $2 billion?
No, not even close. Okay,
so it made...
Force Awakens made over $2 billion.
That's right.
This made maybe just over $1, I think. Like...
Right.
It made...
That's right. But even still, I'm still looking at it like, so the movie itself, just box office, but videos, merchandise, they made...
It still made bank.
They made enough... There's no way that the budget was $1 billion on this movie. There's no fucking way.
No.
No way.
200 mil tops plus marketing costs.
So I would say, let's just put it at 600 million. They still made.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
Way more. Okay, so I mean, like, it fucking blows my mind when they're just like, it was a massive disappointment. Really?
It was pretty disappointing though.
I loved the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. It's not a bad movie. It's just that everything you wanted to see, it took a different direction.
But I'm on the other side of the fence where I was like, I actually liked that.
Yeah.
I liked that they did all these different routes.
It disappointed me. I hated what they did with Luke. But hey, that's just me.
Yep, that's just you.
That's just me.
But
and
anyway,
millions of other people.
So with that in mind, I don't see how they would look at a franchise like Deadpool and go, yeah, well now we got to make him PG. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening at all.
No, but
I also don't think that Deadpool is going to be in the regular MCU.
He's going to fall outside, but it's going to be an interesting predicament because a lot of the first two Deadpool movies revolved around the X-Men. The X-Mansion,
yep.
You even had the little cameo from the new team of X-Men in the last movie.
Right.
So you're going to have to probably remove a lot of that for the third because they're rebooting the X-Men now.
But isn't that the ideal character to do it with?
Yeah.
I mean, he fucking shot himself in a previous continuity in that movie. He killed Ryan Reynolds before he finished reading the script of Green Lantern.
No, it's perfect. Hey, you know what? I already see what they should do. Deadpool calls up Dopinder. They roll up to the X-Mansion. He gets out. X-Mansion's boarded up with a sign that says "Closed for reboot."
Exactly. See what I mean? Now, franchises like...
I laugh at the idea of it.
like, I loved how a lot of people were up in arms about franchises like Die Hard and Aliens, okay?
I'm up in arms about Aliens is one of my favorite franchises.
Okay. When's the last really good Aliens movie that you've seen?
I enjoyed the hell of Covenant and
Stop right there.
Prometheus.
When's the last really good Aliens movie that you've seen?
Like masterpiece Aliens. But each one has been like incredible fun for me. The only one that like I have to rewatch now that I'm older was Alien 3. That really just didn't click with me.
Alien 3?
I enjoyed Resurrection more than 3.
I see, okay, so now we're flipped because Resurrection for me is not an Aliens movie.
Okay.
I do not consider it an Aliens movie. Yeah, there's the characters in there, and to a degree, and there's aliens in it. It's not an Aliens movie.
Okay.
Okay? This is like, it's just, it doesn't feel like an Aliens movie to me. It's less, like, at least, like, when Aliens went into an action movie, a blockbuster action movie, that's still a fucking scary movie. That's a horror action flick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Resurrection is just an action flick. There's nothing really scary about it.
There's creepy shit in that. But, no.
It's not... I mean, sure, you got to see
the original 4.
alien-human hybrid with a penis. That's kind of creepy. I'll give you that.
See, that's horrifying.
That is a creepy...
That's scarier than anything in the rest of the 3.
But that's not like a horror scary. That's
Yeah.
just one of those like, oh, God, like, ugh.
All 4 of them are very different genres. The first one is like...
Third is more of a return to the first one, though.
But
the
it
problem-
has like this like war zone feel to it, though.
The problem is it's like 2 different writers. Like, Joss Whedon was brought in.
That was Resurrection.
Well, who was brought in to do... Because Fincher was brought in as last minute to direct it.
Fincher did it, but it was Fox executives that kept fucking changing shit on
But that's what
it.
I mean. So, like, you can totally feel that.
Yeah.
But the vibe is definitely from the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Or even the second movie. Definitely from that one. But anyway, regardless, like,
Okay.
we have our things. But then, I do not at all consider Prometheus. I don't even care that they're trying to... The Prometheus and Covenant thing... And I liked Covenant, just so we're clear. I liked Prometheus the first time I watched it. I've watched it a couple times since. It has not held up as well.
Okay.
Covenant, my problem with Covenant, though, is that they're trying to take the Prometheus aspect and the aliens aspect. They're trying to do what they should have done with Prometheus in the first place, and then try to smash it together. The problem is it's a terrible way of doing it. It's really just kind of like, ugh. Like, I know what they're trying to do, and they did probably the best that they could have. Like, I don't know if I could have come up with a better way to write it in, but my feeling would have been just not bother. Just try to do another Aliens movie after all of that. Because the way that the aliens are, they're such that they're so iconic, for one, that you could set it 1,000,000 years after Resurrection. Because even Resurrection was like 100 years...
It was years later.
1,000 years...
Ripley's an android in it.
Yeah, or not an android, she's a clone.
Clone, yeah.
But that's what I mean. So you could set it
Winona
so
Ryder.
far away and introduce a new cast of characters. You know what I mean?
Well, they kind of did that, but they did backwards.
That's what I mean. It was dumb for them to do a prequel.
I didn't mind the idea of a prequel, though. I like seeing the creation of it, 'cause especially when it's coming from Ridley Scott, who did Alien. You know, like, his idea, and apparently he's had it for years and years and years, of how we get to Alien. I'm bummed that this whole Disney Fox thing went down now instead of a year or two from now. So I really wanted to see that 3rd film, and I don't think Disney's going to bankroll it now.
Nope.
Which means I invested time into a trilogy that has no completion.
And I understand that feeling. I just, the way I look at it is, and it hates...
Oh, Fassbender really got fucked with this.
It pains me to say this, like, in terms of franchises, because, like, Die Hard...
Yeah.
That's a franchise that's pretty near and dear to my heart, and it hurts to see that one go like this. Okay? So, for them to not right away do a Die Hard movie, I'm okay with. Okay? Wait so long. Wait until Bruce Willis dies, so that there's no way he's going to have anything to do with this one, even though the McClane...
That would be the only way to redo it, because I don't want to see anyone else play McClane. If you're not going to have Willis in there, I don't want to see Die Hard. Willis is Die Hard.
Yeah.
Okay, I
no,
don't want to see anyone else as Axel Foley. That's Eddie Murphy. I don't want to see any new actor play Axel Foley.
I see. I'm okay with either of these as long as they're good movies, though. Like, as far as Die Hard goes, the last really good Die Hard was Die Hard 3. I know a lot of people like Die Hard 4, and Die Hard 4...
I do like 4, because
it's not a bad movie.
No,
it's
but
just,
he's a superhuman in it.
It's a bad Die Hard movie.
Yeah.
Because, first and foremost, he's practically bulletproof.
Yeah.
I remember when he was fighting, what's her face? Lucy? No.
Oh, Maggie Hughes.
Yeah, Maggie Hughes. And they immediately established that Maggie Hughes is a martial artist.
Mm-hmm.
He kicks the fuck out of this martial artist. And it's not like he barely wins. He superhumanly kicks the fuck out of everybody in this whole movie. At no point in time do you ever get that sense of struggle, which is so intrinsic.
Including a fighter jet.
Yeah, he fucking Tony Hawk slid, like grinded the wing. I saw points and multipliers because he did a triple kickflip off the fucking thing. That, up until that point, I was in that movie. I saw that scene. I was like, I'm out.
Man.
I am out.
I want to see someone do a video edit now of like.
I'm surprised there isn't. You know, where you just have like right in the corner.
Yeah.
I just want to see a shot of James with this fucking cast beating the shit out of this on a Nintendo 64's controller, no less. But yeah, like all the things that made John McClane the icon that he should have been, they took it all away for that movie. And then after that, you had Die Another Day, or no, not Die Another Day, Die Harder in Russia with your son.
That movie doesn't exist to me. Live Free or Die Hard was the last Die Hard movie ever made.
And then Die Hard 5, but Another Day to Die Hard. That's what it was. Another Day to Die Hard.
Good Day to Die Hard.
Oh, either one. Either one is so garbage.
That's number 5.
And of course it has...
Jay Courtney!
Jay Courtney!
Jay Courtney!
But I saw the trailers and I immediately went, why? So, a franchise like that, okay, but Axel Foley, that's another one. I love Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2. Love it. I do have a soft spot for the third, even though it is so far below the first two. So far below.
It is.
But it's still really good.
It's a lot of fun still.
But it's like, I think my problem was that, was it Metro that came out, and then they did Beverly Hills Cop 3?
No, 3 was before Metro. Metro was his last action movie.
Metro.
That was the second restricted movie I ever saw in the theater. Because the first restricted movie I ever saw in the theater was...
Showgirls!
Striptease!
Oh, I thought it was... Oh, yeah, Striptease.
It was Demi.
Striptease, that's right. I get those two mixed up because they came out around the same time.
We stuck into Striptease.
And then we ended
got
up...
kicked out.
No, we didn't get kicked out.
No, we didn't get kicked
We
out,
got hassled. Well, I got hassled.
Over and over and over. So we
after,
ended up watching the last half of
because it was
Multiplicity.
like, they grilled us. They grilled us at the tickets.
Yeah.
They grilled us at the fucking, to get in.
Yeah.
And then the first boob shot, they grilled us again. So then Ken is like, fuck it, let's just go watch Multiplicity.
Yeah.
And in retrospect, greatest choice ever, because Multiplicity, infinitely better than Striptease.
Yeah.
Infinitely better.
We got out before Greasy Burt came on big screen.
Yeah, I remember when I watched it years later.
On video.
And I was like, we were so hyped to see this, and yet...
I mean, were we really watching it for the story, though?
We were not. We were watching it to see Demi Moore naked,
Yeah.
and other women naked, but...
Yeah. Hey,
so,
what do you expect?
to wrap this up in my view, they have enough of their other production companies that they can release other movies under these things, that they can say, it's still a Disney movie, but for you adults that want to see like violence and stuff like that, here's your movies here.
They got their other labels, and I'm just, you know, I'm hoping my favorite franchises aren't gone, because these are my favorite. Alien, Predator, X-Men, the Fox X-Men, like these are movies that I consider my favorite franchises.
Where, like, I feel like putting X-Men in the MCU is not going to be good for anybody.
It's going to water them down. You're going to see them 50% less than you do now.
It's either going to water the X-Men down, or it's going to water down the other characters that you really like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I have a hard time thinking that Guardians would have been as huge as it was under the MCU umbrella if they had X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Because X-Men can go in space.
Yeah.
You know? And X-Men also has infinitely more recognizable characters than Guardians. You know?
100%.
So it's one of those... And not only that, like, everybody's been shitting on the X-Men, the last 2 X-Men movies. Days of Future Past and Apocalypse.
People dump on them.
And I'm like, I don't understand this because, like, aside from a couple of continuity errors that I'm griping about in Days of Future Past, I actually loved Apocalypse. I don't understand I mean,
to me, Apocalypse is the most comic booky feeling X-Men movie made.
And it's great.
Like, it's straight up an X-Men story.
It's so great.
Yeah.
The only thing that that kind of kills it for me is it's not the original cast.
Yeah.
You know? Because, like, while the first class cast members, for the most part, are good.
Yeah.
I guess the thing that it kind of gets me, though, is, like, Fassbender, especially Fassbender and Jennifer Lawrence, really feel like they don't want to be in these movies.
Oh, Fassbender. I don't get that from Fassbender at all.
Really?
Not at all. No. Lawrence, I do.
Lawrence...
I'm shocked that she came back for Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't wanted to do it for like 2 movies now.
Yeah. Fassbender, I guess part of it... you know what it is, though? It's also the way they do Magneto. Because it's the same thing where it's like, he's a bad guy, but he's a good guy. But he's a bad guy, but he's a good guy.
It's the Ian McKellen thing, right? Like, he's just the younger version of that. Yeah. But James McAvoy's great, Professor X.
Although, I gotta say, it's funny looking at McAvoy in the most recent trailers, where you could tell it's split.
He's jacked.
Like, he's just... You know what I mean? It's like, that's fucking hilarious.
Professor X is just... Whoa.
Yeah, like, he's literally just like, yeah, it's terrible. I'm in a wheelchair.
Ripped.
Yeah. But, so, I mean, I just want to be hopeful. I'm just hopeful.
I want to be hopeful, and you know what? If I'm not going to get, if I'm not going to get the third Ridley Scott one, what they should do is give that Aliens 5 to Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah.
He's got the script. He's got everything done.
Do it.
Sigourney Weaver wants to do it.
Just do it. Also,
kill
her off right away.
Do it.
Kill her off
Please
right away.
Do it.
Kill off the upteenth time cloned.
She will die because Newt will be in as an adult, and they're going to continue with Newt.
If they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't, but I'm hopeful.